But, you know, my issue is we're no longer measuring a man's love by what demons he'll face to keep from hurting you or what respect he has for you when you're not around. None of that. We're now measuring a man's love by what lies he'll stick with and how skillfully he can keep your health at risk. That's the modern day measure of a man. Because I used to be puzzled why my messages of, you know, loving one woman or, you know, dealing with as many women as you like, but being real with them so that nobody gets hurt, letting them know what you're about. I used to wonder why those messages weren't being received well by all men. You know, I saw a lot of dudes talking about some ladies, please don't listen to him. He's just pandering, telling you to, you know, not settle for anything less than the best. Please don't like him. I used to wonder like where these motherfuckers came from, but now I get it. They operating with the competency of a fucking kindergartner. If they believe shit like a woman should apologize whenever a man cheats, like I can see why treating one woman right is some kind of otherworldly sci-fi type shit. Because that's like, I can't even believe you motherfuckers can operate a motor vehicle or you can ride a roller coaster without a fucking chaperone. But ladies, don't stress, man, when you see these dumbass memes and messages and shit like that, man. Please don't stress. These are not the kind of caliber of guys that you need to be stressing over. These are the type of guys who count by twos when they tell you how many inches of dick they're working with. These are the kind of guys that approach you in the club and tell you you should buy them a drink because you got in free. These are the same guys who mad at you for wearing makeup or wearing weave or whatever, but they wear a fitted hat all day to cover up their fucked up hairline. Don't even want to go into the club if the club don't accept hats. These are the same dudes that jiggle around keys and all that shit, and not one of them keys go to some shit they own. These are not some, you know, high quality, top tier type of dudes. If they believe this shit, these are not the kind of guys you want to settle down with or stress over more than 5 seconds, and I won't either. Those are my thoughts.
What's going on, my man mindset dogs? How y'all guys doing? It's your boy the Dean. Class is in session. I've been asked about Derrick Jaxn and his situation and what are my thoughts. And I always like to look at things in a through a man's point of view and be able to talk to y'all guys. Now, what we're going to have at the end of the show is an audio clip of the woman talking about him. So that'll be at the end of the show so y'all can hear everything that she said, which to me doesn't matter. But anyway, guys, I want to welcome you guys to the show. If you go ahead and leave great comments, I promise you I'll try to acknowledge or reply to any of your comments. But I just want to say thank you guys for the time. I'm not going to try to take too much of your time with this, because I'm going to take it a different way. But I just want to kind of let you guys, a lot of guys, know that I don't care about him getting a side piece of ass. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think a lot of people don't understand powerful men are always going to have mistresses and side chicks and stuff like that. That's not the thing that I want to talk about, because everybody's talking about that. So I don't really want to get into the, you know, he's cheating on his woman type thing. But please understand, men that are powerful, men that have game, men that know what they doing, they fucking. I mean, that's just what it is. I'm not here to knock that part. I want to talk to y'all about something else that's even more important. You see, the thing about Derrick Jaxn that most people find or don't like. It's a war going on with this young man. Okay, so Derrick Jaxn is a kind of guy that is caking for women. Okay, he's cupcaking for women. But even though he's cupcaking for women, he's making men look bad while he's doing it. So he's trying to, the game that he's running is, I'm going to uplift women, but make men look bad in the process. And all of his stuff, he's always bashing men, preferably black men. He's always just bashing men. how bad black men are and how terrible black men are, and black men are this and black men are that. And he's really good at doing that. That's his thing. He tears down black men or men in general, and he uplifts women. And, you know, everybody's saying he got exposed. You know, I don't even look, the bottom line is a lot of y'all got to understand when y'all in this game. For a lot of y'all, when y'all get up on that level, not the level he's at, I'm just saying men that know what they're doing, they're going to have side chicks. See, when a guy like that, a lot of guys who get in that type of YouTube area where they want to uplift women, it's just a side hustle to fuck a lot of women. See, when you are uplifting a woman and you're lying to the woman, and you're telling her how special she is, you're telling her how, you know, she walks on water, she can turn water into wine, and she can float, and she's all these things. What they do is they pump the woman up who's emotional with information that makes them feel so special that they feel that they want to be with that guy. So he has a fan club. He has a fan club. How do I know? I've got a fan club. Through my poetry, I've got thousands of women that love my poetry. I got a huge fan club. So I'm telling you what it is. I'm not lying to you. I'm gonna be honest with you. When you are doing things for women, now again, my poetry is for my guys, but women like to listen to it. It's a whole different thing. But when you are doing something like he's doing for women, you're going to get a fan club. And in that fan club, there's going to be women that are going to be groupies. Every guy that does stuff for women is getting some sidebar ass. Like I knew he was fucking. All those guys that are talking all this, women are God and women are great and women are all this stuff. Guess what, gentlemen? They're all fucking a lot of women on the side. It's just that the women that they're fucking know how to keep the business off the street, okay? So don't get it twisted. All these guys that have thousands of women follow them, as far as women are great, guys are bad, okay? That's the game, that's the hustle. These guys have hundreds of women throwing their pussy at them, photos, videos, pussy shots, all that. And the reason why is because these women are caught up in the lie. They're caught up in the, I'm going to make you feel good. I'm going to put you on a pedestal while I'm going to knock down the man. I'm going to blame the man. I'm going to blame the man to make you look good. And women get caught up in that drug. And in that drug, they become fans. They want to get to know you. They want to sleep with you and all this other stuff. So don't get it wrong. I'm not knocking your boy Derrick for him getting busted. I'm just trying to give y'all the game. See, on that side of the street over there where those guys lie to those women to make them feel good, it's the hustle of you will get the dollar, because you know who's our greatest consumer? Women. Women are going to buy into guys that lie to them. They buy into the makeup. They buy into the diamond rings. They buy into the jewelry. They buy into the lie. So if they're buying into the lie, what's happening is the guy that's running that motherfucking game is that he is getting everything. He's getting the money from the women. He's getting the loyalty from the women, and he's getting the women that want to sleep with him. A lot of these women are vulnerable, but when they hear men uplift them like that, it's a drug to them, and they get more caught up in the drug versus anything else. So I just wanted to let y'all know how this works, but let me kind of circle this full circle, because this is, I don't really want to talk about Derrick Jaxn, really. I mean, I want to talk about his hustle, but it's the same hustle that the false prophet is always going to do. See, I don't see him getting some side ass or having a side woman. I'm just being real with you. Most big name YouTubers got a fan club of women that want to sleep with them, that want to be with them, that talk to them on a long all the time. So don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to expose I'm just trying to be real with you. So I'm not knocking a man for having a side woman. If that's what he wants to do, that's none of my business. But I'm just letting y'all know how it works. Now again, when you're uplifting women, all right, and you're in that little circle uplifting women, that they're gonna throw themselves at you. I mean, listen, guys, I know this, and I've known this since I've known this for a long time. And I ain't gonna lie, motherfuckers like me have fan clubs. I mean, real motherfucking men have fan clubs. That's the truth. That's not gonna be a lie. They have fans. They have women that are really into them. They have women that love the things that we say on the show. There are women that love the poetry I have for the guys. The poetry's for the guys to learn how to spit yak, but the women, they love it. They're fans of it. They love that. They'll download it. They're even paying me right now to make poems for them. So what I'm saying to you is, don't get it twisted. And I don't think that's what a lot of y'all understand. Don't get it twisted. A lot of women are looking for men, but the problem is, it's the hustle on this side. See, his problem I have is that he is knocking men or walking over men to get the gold in the bag from the woman. That's where I have the problem. See, if he stood on who he was and he was talking about himself and he was talking to women, but what he does is that he walks over men, and that's the problem. See, when you are I always keep telling you, when you have this we versus them type mentality and you draw people in off of emotions, that's where the problem comes in at. When you're fucking with people's emotions. Now, again, all that stuff he's saying, man, come on, man. We already know the truth. See, those in the street know the truth. We know the game. Look, since Derrick Jaxn's been doing the hustle, I mean, that's his hustle. I'm not mad at his hustle. His hustle is this: I'm going to uplift women and walk over men. I'm going to get money from women and walk over men. I'm going to have a fan club of women and walk over men. I'm going to get my option to sleep with whoever I want to while I walk over men. So don't get it twisted. Everybody that's been in the street know the game. They know the hustle. I mean, that's just a little hustle, man. Come on. I always talk about the pool hustle, about finding the mark and all that other stuff. So people know the hustle, okay? They understand the hustle. But that's what I want to talk to you about, because what Derrick Jaxn has been doing, and everybody's exposing him just because he got a little piece of side. I mean, come on, man. Everybody smashed like that anyway. But that's not what I want to talk to you guys about. See, I want to talk to you guys about the hustle that a lot of men are doing to you, because a lot of you guys, like those women, are emotionally attached to these false prophets that are sitting around. Instead, they're trying to uplift you while they they uplift you while they walk over women. It's the same hustle Derrick Jaxn's doing. It's just that they're doing the opposite. What they're doing is they're trying to make you think they're uplifting you by trashing women. And see, that's not the game. Like I say, I don't agree with Derrick. Derrick should not be trashing men while uplifting women. And these guys should not be uplifting you while trashing women. That's not the game. But see, that's the hustle. See, that's the hustle of the false prophet. And that's what y'all have to be afraid of, not be afraid of, but y'all have to watch out for, I'm saying, at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, gentlemen, the only way you're going to win at this is to see people for what they are. See, what a lot of guys don't know, they all on Derrick right now. Okay. But see, a lot of men are emotionally invested in a lot of guys who uplift them like Derrick Jaxn does with women while trashing women. Well, Derrick trashes men, but these false prophets trash women, and it feels really good. And that's where he gets the fan club, because it feels good when you're trashing a woman. In Derrick's position, it feels good when he's trashing men. And for the woman, it feels good. That's the drug. That's the hustle. I'm going to make you look like you're special, and I'm going to use men as the catalyst or the hop over to show you that, you know what, guys, these men ain't shit. These men, no, don't, you know, these guys don't do this. And I mean, you can listen to all that stuff and hear what he's saying. But what I'm saying to you guys is that the false prophet is doing the same thing with men, unfortunately. A lot of men are hurt. A lot of men are upset. A lot of men are emotional because they still have mommy in them. That's no knock on men. That's just attachment. See, I can understand the women because guess what? Women should be emotional. Women should have feelings and all that other stuff. So women do gravitate towards somebody that uplifts them, but it's an emotional hustle, okay? And that's from women. But unfortunately, what's going on is that the hustle is also happening to men. A lot of men are following guys where they are emotionally invested in the guy. Not to say it's no homosexual thing. It's just that they're emotionally caught up in what the person's saying. We're going to uplift you by tearing down women. We're going to uplift you by saying, don't be with this kind of women. Forget that woman. Women ain't this and women ain't that, right? That's not the tear down. See, that's the problem that a lot of you guys are having today. But I want you guys to see that it's no knock on Jaxn. I don't care if he's smashing other women. I just want you guys to see what happens when you try to uplift women by tearing down guys, and then they find out he doing some bad stuff. See, a lot of these content creators, what they're trying to do, again, that's the hustle, that's the money bag. See, they know that if they can tap into your emotions and they can tap into you feeling bad about yourself, you feeling awkward, you know, they've been doing, I told you, they've been doing this thing since the PUA days where they will tap into things that you feel about yourself to make you think that what they have to offer you is going to help you out with women and also put you in a group or a cult of other men where y'all are supposed to work together as a whole. And that's not manhood. Men are not supposed to work together as a whole. Every man should be his own man. So that's the hustle. And I just want y'all got to be aware of this stuff. The false prophets are everywhere. If they are uplifting you by tearing women down, it is no different than what Derrick Jaxn is doing by uplifting women to tear men down. That's his hustle. And those in the street, they cool with that. That's the hustle. See, listen, you don't knock a man's hustle. If that's what he's doing, the hustle, he's hustling. But what I'm saying to you guys out there, a lot of men are emotionally attached to other men that do the same thing that Derrick Jaxn is doing. And it is the false prophet that you must be careful of, because the false prophet is always going to speak in terms of we versus them. And when it's a we versus them type thing, that's the key to get out. That's how you know that you're dealing with somebody that is teaching you more theory than game. Because Derrick is doing it with women who are emotional, and that's just what it is. They're emotional women. So it's understandable why they are gravitated towards him. Yeah, all right, he exposed. Okay, you know, one of his side chicks that he was talking to, he really didn't vet her very well. That's a whole nother story. He didn't vet her well, but don't get it. Y'all don't get all shocked thinking that these guys ain't fucking on the side. They are doing a lot of stuff on the side. That's not the knock. The knock is what I'm trying to educate you men on is that if you look at how he's got the women positioned, is the same way a lot of content creators have a lot of other men on the other side positioned by using their emotions to hook them into the hustle. And that's the thing that y'all have to be wary of and be careful of. You know, it never should be a us versus them. The ones that teach you real game will never teach you us versus them. They're going to teach you me versus everybody. Me, single-minded versus everybody. Because there is no us when it comes to a real man. Because a real man ain't standing with other men. He's standing on his own. That's the thing y'all got to remember. Guys, I want to know what y'all think. Go ahead and hit me with the comments. Tell me what you think. Go ahead and like, subscribe, share, guys, if y'all want to, guys. I'm the Dean, man. Let me go ahead and pull that up real quick for you guys out there. If you, guys, if you're interested and you want to get to know more, just go ahead and hit the button. Y'all know what to do, dog. Go ahead and like, subscribe, helps the algorithm, share, and go ahead and get the notifications of all the shows that we do and everything like that. But gentlemen, at the end of the day, this is what it's about. So what we're going to do now, guys, leave your comments. I got you on the subscribe and subscribe if you can. But what we'll do now, we'll end this and we'll play the audio, okay? So y'all can hear the woman ousting him. But see, here's the thing, man. The thing that he did wrong was he didn't keep it a buck with her. See, if he told her the truth. See, here's the thing where a lot of guys like him don't understand. And this is the problem. See, a lot of young men who kind of like have mommy in them, they don't know they don't know how to talk to women. So they think they can come up with lies and stuff to put on another lie, and then they're going to try to hustle a woman out the ass. He got the ass, but the problem was that the exposure on Derrick was the fact that he didn't keep things a buck. See, if he would have just told that woman, you know what, hey, look, check it out. I'm married. This is my situation. I want to spend a little bit of time with you. Are you down? And if she would have said that, then they could have came with that understanding. There would have been understanding. But if you listen to the audio, you'll hear there's a little bit of lies in there, what she's saying. He covered up a lot of shit. Honest with her. And that's what we keep telling you guys. If you're going to be in this game, you got to keep things 100. And you got to let that woman know where she stands. See, if Derrick would have let her know where he stood, there wouldn't have been no problem. But the fact that he didn't let her know and he tried. See, a lot of guys like this, they get the women, but they don't know how to handle the women because they're not used to being a man. If he was a man about his stuff, he would have told that woman, you know what, this is what's going on. I got my wife. This is what's happening. We're going to fuck. We good. I'm going to chill with you when I can. Do you like it or not? But look, but again, that's a vetting process. You just don't do it. It's a process. Now, I don't want to talk about all that shit, but I'm just letting y'all guys know. So if you look at, I'm sorry, let me see this right here. So if you look at his situation, listen to what the woman's saying, you could tell that this guy is not really good with women and he doesn't know what he's doing because he did more lying, but the woman exposed him. But I'm not mad at the exposed. I'm just letting my dogs know at the end of the day that it's not a bad thing. What makes it a bad thing is the fact that this man is a false prophet. And I'm just letting you guys know, you got to be careful about those that make it us versus them as men. Because the us versus them mentality is the same thing that he's doing with the women. The reason he's connected with them because they're emotional. So I'm just letting you guys know, it should never be us versus them. It should be me versus everybody, okay? Well, let's go ahead and play that clip, man. I've run my mouth too long, guys. I appreciate you all, man. I'll get back at you. I'm the Dean, man. Class is in session. Let's go ahead and listen to the Derrick Jaxn audio clip from the woman that exposed his ass. Here we go.
Give me a second. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Yeah. Oh. I was like, he cheated on his wife in the
relationship preacher.
Past, present, and future. Let me go ahead. I ain't gonna let y'all
separated from his wife is what he tells you.
That's what he tells me, and I have everything in text, and he's like, I'm a single mom, and I was like, LOL, mom. He's like, yeah, co-parenting, this and that. Blah, blah, blah. So I was like, kind of skeptical of it, but then like the more like we started texting and the more we start, like, he was making effort to, like, see me again, I kind of felt like, okay, maybe he is, telling the truth.
Okay. So was the wife really with her family when you guys were, like, spending time together in Miami for 4th of July weekend and for his birthday at his house?
So my thought my thought is that she probably went out there just to kind of like go to, because she has, I believe she has family in Colorado. So I don't know if it was a permanent thing or he just lied about it and said that, oh, she went to Colorado to move with the kids out there and we're just doing the whole co-parenting thing. But my thought is, I feel like she went there just as a like vacation thing to spend with her family, but she was coming back. That's what it seemed like.
So when you were at the house and y'all had sex, were there any pictures of them in the house and stuff?
She still had all her stuff there, and I seen boxes packed up, so I was assuming like maybe she's gonna, pack her stuff or whatever. So she still had stuff in the bathroom. She had like all her feminine products, all her like her wigs were still there, her clothes were still there, but like there was also like packing boxes. I'm not sure what the packing boxes were. I wasn't really like paying attention, but I was assuming like, oh, maybe she's gonna get the rest of her stuff because it's a different state. It's not a way to get all your stuff from one state to another, especially on the West Coast.
Okay, so what happens? Okay, so you guys have sex in Miami. He's still married. And this is not to you because you're not married. He is. You understand? Right. So he's still married. This is just recently, last 4th of July, his birthday. Yes. What happened after that? Tell me, because I was giving my son. What happened, girl? My mouth is just wide open right now.
You're talking about Miami?
I'm talking about, like you said, for his birthday, he asked you if y'all could spend time for his birthday, and then y'all had sex. Yes.
Right. So he had asked me if there was a way that we can see each other again. And so I was like, oh, okay, that would be nice. He's like, whether it's me coming out there or you want to come out there. And I was like, Orlando's boring. Let me, go out of town and go to Atlanta. So he's like, perfect. He, allows me to stay at his place. So I stay there for the whole weekend. And that's his birthday weekend. So, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe it's true. His wife and him are separated or whatever. I don't know what the case was, but I spent his birthday with him, with his close friends. His best friends were there. My best friends were there. So we were all just hanging out that whole entire weekend. So after that, we went our separate ways. I went back home. We continued to text, just here and there. Until, like, I'm going to say the end of July, he was texting me and he was like, hey, I'm going to have to hit you up back on Snapchat because, she's coming down here to bring the kids, but then, she might stay at the house. So then I was like, okay. Like, right. So I was like, that's kind of weird because if you're done with somebody, you're just done. So I don't understand why she's, coming back to the house and stay. I mean, I understand, like, at any point a woman can go back to her husband at any point, I understood. But it's just the fact that, expecting it from him, Mr. Relationship Guru or whatever he is, I wouldn't expect him to, be that, I guess, disorganized with his whole separation or whatever. So he's like, oh, I'm going to continue to write you on Snapchat. So at that point, that was a red flag for me. Like, okay, he's hiding something. Like, what more to it? And so I'm reaching out to him on Snapchat. He's telling me, and I'm trying to get some time. I was like, so is this something that you guys are, a phase that you guys are going through, or what's going on? He's like, emotionally, I'm not, I'm not going to get back together with her. It's so much hurt, so much this and that. He's explaining, and I was like, so you guys are not getting back together or whatever. And he's just like writing me a whole bunch of things. He deleted his Snapchat, so I don't have that portion of the text or whatever. Okay. So he's telling me like, oh, I don't plan on being with her. This is like, we've already tried, a variety of various times or whatever the case is, this and that. He explains how he cheated on her without her knowing in the past, blah, blah, blah.
Wait a minute. He said he told you he cheated on his wife without her knowing?
Yeah, he's like, and he's like, I've done stuff in the past. She hurt me, I hurt her. I cheated on her, and even to this day, she doesn't know. I was like, that's what he said. And so I was like, okay, so do you guys like plan on getting back together? He's like, yeah. He's like, she just hurt me to the point where like I proposed to her in front of her family and this and that, and like kind of putting it on her of the whole I guess separation. He was putting it all on her. And so I was like, okay. So after that conversation finishes, literally within the next few days, this man he blocked me. Like literally, maybe I would say probably 3 days from when he just wrote me that. He blocked me on all social media. I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram. He like blocked me, and he even blocked my best friend. So I was like, this is kind of odd. Like, why is he blocking me for? I don't know if, something transpired in the household that she found out something. I don't know what happened, but he ended up blocking me. And I was like, okay, let me find out if I can like go to my friend's Instagram and see if he, maybe deleted his account or whatever. But, it showed that he blocked me. And then that's when he posted, I don't know if you so if you're normally on Derrick's page, he never ever posts his wife.
Never.
So mind you, this after this whole thing happened, all of a sudden he posts his wife after so many years of not showing her. Talk about it's something about her last name is Jackson. So he posts his wife, and everybody like I'm getting upset because I was like, what's going on? Because like clearly something transpired that like he just blocked me out of nowhere, and then now he's posting his wife of many years that he had that nobody knew about, and now you're posting her out of nowhere. So I don't know what transpired in the household, but basically he just left me for dead without even explaining what's going on, or whatever the case is, and just goes back to his wife, which is okay. It's just like the way he went about it was not okay.
You expected better from someone who speaks such highly about women.
That's my issue, is that I can deal with things like that, but coming from somebody who you expect knows better to deal in a situation like that's what got me. And I was like, okay, all right, bet.
So how did you guys get to know each other? Because you said you guys had known each other for 10 years, you and Derrick.
So pretty much back in Twitter days, the beginning of Twitter when he wasn't really popping, somehow we followed each other or whatever. So we've been communicating since Twitter days. And he got my contact, and here and there we would hit each other up, flirt. I even have a video of him saying oh, Candace, what kind of drawers are you wearing? Stuff like that from 2016. But then I've known him since 2009, I'm gonna say. I was acquainted with him since 2009.
So he would DM you asking you what type of panties you would have on?
Not even a DM, it's a whole video.
You got the videos, girl?
Yes, girl, I have the video.
Oh my God, I need this stuff. Oh my God. Do you know, I had some girls contact me. This was about maybe 2 years ago. And they had all the information, but they got scared of him. I don't know what happened.
I'm not scared. Okay. I'm not.
I mean, he ain't gonna do shit, but still, girl, I'm not surprised at all. Now, describe what his bedroom looks like, just in case he tries to lie to his wife when she was.
No, there's no lying. There's no lying because there's a text message that he sends me a video of him hanging out in his bedroom, and then there's a video of me not a video, but it's a little boomerang type shit where he's exiting his room and it's the same scenery. So
okay, what is his living room look like when you walk in?
When I walk in, there's the back. There's a back towards the pool area. There's a pool area you can see. It's a whole open window concept.
Okay.
His walking into from the entrance is his bedroom and another guest bedroom with his office is to the left side, and then to the right is where the kitchen is. The I guess the garage is to the right area where he has a little gym or whatever. And then he has big open, he has a pool, pool in the back. I have videos of me hanging out, not me personally, but me taking boomerangs of his back pool area. And then there's a picture of my best friend and his best friend hanging out. I have those kind of things.
Okay. Now, what was I going to ask you? Is he good in bed, Derrick Jaxn?
Well, I'm not going to lie. Yes, he is.
Oh, well, at least he got that down pat for the books.
You're right.
Okay, so he's good. Did you guys use protection?
Yes.
Okay. Was there any oral done on each other without protection?
Yes.
To you or to?
Really,
go ahead.
It was weird. Not really on like me on him. It was more so him on me. And when I tried to, like, it was just like weird. Like he was like.
So he went down on you without protection.
Right.
Yeah. Was he good at it?
Yes, he was good at it.
Okay, all right. Well, at least that's a plus. Okay. Can you send me those videos and pictures? I am so ready for you. Have no idea, girl. Like I have been watching this motherfucker live. There's another one I'm working on too, but it's gonna come in due time. But on another person.
Yeah, it's fine for me because he even sent a preview like back in December. Mind you, we dealt with each other in July of last year. So December, he had made a video where he was talking about, one of my homegirls asked me, what should I do if I'm technically married but separated? Should I, enjoy my life? And he's like, what I would say, no. He's like, and not to say that you can't enjoy your life off of separation, but I just feel like in a marriage, you have to, if you're separated, it has to be fully over. Like, he was talking his shit, and I was like, no, the fuck he did not.
I'm going to put that video in there. If you can send me that video, girl, I'm going to put that video out. No, the fuck you didn't. So, I mean, the advice that he gives women is just so not realistic, and how he condemns men as if he's like God's hero. Now, he seems like he's like a woman's hero in bed, but as far as the actual character of a man, I know he lacks that shit. Like, why don't you ever post your wife? You always sit in that car with the baby seat in the back. Never posted your baby. Why? Because he's been living a double life.
For privacy. Yeah, he tries to say it's for privacy, but that's not really the case. Like, you could tell it's not at this point. Like, it's not for privacy.
No, it's for him to live a double life.
That's what it is.
And the fact that he brought you into the house, he probably did that to, like, impress you,
Mm-hmm.
And taking you to a hotel would have been too risky.
Exactly. But it's like, I don't, like, it's so weird because, like, I didn't understand how he allowed me to stay at his home. But I mean, of course, she's in a different city, but it's like, that's kind of like risky or whatever. And like, we even went out, like, to, like, one of the spots in Atlanta. I forgot what it was, but he was kind of acting weird because he was more ducked off in the corner. And then I was like, why is he ducked off over there? Like, did he see somebody that he knows? Like, just stuff wasn't adding up when, like, we went out. So I was like,
So what do you think he did? Do you think he used you for some pussy or what? What do you think he did?
I have, like, honestly, I really can't pinpoint what it is because the whole time that we've known each other, it has been, like, fully respectful until, that point where he was like, oh, I'm finally, like, single, I'm this and that. So, like, he never really crossed me when I met him previously. Like, when I've hung out with him previously, he never crossed me like that or whatever. He would just be like, damn, like, Cannon's like, you're fine. And, like, he'll just say things that then he would just, like, go about his business. Like, he doesn't cross me. But it was until, like, that July on 4th of July, that's when he was, like, living it up. So I don't know if he, like, kind of, maybe they were taking a small little break for whatever reason. And, like, he used that opportunity to kind of, like, okay, well, technically I'm having issues and I'm separated or whatever they want to call it. So you use that opportunity to hit me up and whatever the case is from there.
Okay. Anything else you want to add before you send me over these receipts?
No, and matter of fact, like, I had put everything together because, like, I hate explaining the whole thing. That one, I put it in one Instagram that explains the whole thing, and it has, like, all the receipts in it.
You put it out already? It's public?
It's not in public. It's private. I have, like...
Oh, thank God. Let me send this off, okay?
Yeah,
and put your... Okay.
He can report it.
Yeah, don't worry about that. He can't report me. But listen, you are God's angel right now. You have no idea, okay? Because I knew that he was selling lies. I knew that he was out here trying to pull a Steve Harvey and shit. You know what I'm saying? But...
Yes, ma'am.
See, there was a girl that came to me 2 years ago and said that he forced her, this was 2 years ago, to have an abortion.
Oh.
She was a doctor, lived in California. They went to school together. They had been sleeping together on and off. And so she was like, yeah, he forced me to have an abortion. And I didn't understand why he did that, but then she goes on to say that she thinks it has something to do with his wife. But the way he pressured her, no woman should ever have to go through that. And her friends were ready. And then I think she got scared because of the sensitivity of the topic. But that's what she told me. She said that he is an asshole. Everything that he says.
Everything he explains is what he is. That's why he speaks as a vet.
Well, there it is. Okay, go ahead and load them receipts up for me, girl. I got you. Thank you. Save my number. This is my personal number.
Okay, I'm gonna send you that page because it'll have everything on there.
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to put it public. Right
No. Just send it to me private in the DM. No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
All right.